Hello, everyone. Today we are going to start discussing trigonometry. So this is right triangle trigonometry. So a key thing to do this is you must always have a right triangle with given acute measures is similar to every other right triangle with the same acute measures. And that's according to the AA similarity. Therefore, certain ratios are constants for given angle measures. These ratios are called the trigonometric ratios. So what we're saying there is since I know that ABC, FGH, and JKL all have a right angle, and they all have one angle that's 35, all those triangles are similar. And so therefore, we can have these ratios called sine, cosine, and tangent that work if I know the angle measure. So in order to use our ratios, which are defined as sine is the opposite side over the hypotenuse, cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, tangent's the opposite over adjacent, and these are very, very important. We need to know what the parts of the triangle are called. So in any right triangle, the legs make up the right angle, and the hypotenuse is across from the right angle. That's the longest side. That's when we were doing the Pythagorean theorem, we were calling it C. Adjacent means the side next to the angle. And opposite is the side across. So if we come up here and we look at triangle ABC, so the angle, first of all, the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So that's H. It's our hypotenuse. For the other ones, we need to know what angle we're talking about. So here we're talking about angle A because that's the one we know is 35. So since we're talking about angle A, BC, which is across from the 35, is our opposite. And AC is our adjacent. So again, when we look at triangle GHF, GF is our hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle. Then we know angle F. So GH is our opposite. And FG is our adjacent. I want you to pause and tell me the sides of angle JKL. So again, since JK is across from our right angle, that's our hypotenuse. Our angle we know is J, so KL is our opposite, and JL is our adjacent. That's always going to be the first step in solving these problems, is to label the sides. So now, how do we find a trig ratio? First of all, we're going to circle the angle we know. Then from that angle, we're going to identify the hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent, and we're going to label them H, O, and A. Then we're going to use the appropriate trig function to identify the ratio. So here, when we're finding sine, it's 13 over 22. So now on our calculator, we can see how we find sine of 30. So this is actually where we're going to pick up in class tomorrow. So if you have any questions, please let me know.